So this will be the battle reports from the Mayday tournaments I went to, and it's supposed to be like a 4, probably 5 game tournament. However, both me and my brother are going to have to leave early. So knowing that, and knowing that I couldn't really do well if I have to drop out from 2 games, I decided to have some fun. Plus, on top of that, I finally had this list that I've been wanting to make for a while. It is a Magnus Tier 4 list. It has the Galleon, 3 Buccaneers, 2 Renegades, and 2 units of Halberdiers, 1 max, 1 min. And what I'm getting from this is the Halberdiers get advanced move, the Renegades are a point cheaper, I get to start with all my upkeeps out, and I can always put some extra cover out there if I wanted as well. The list I'm going to pair this with is Ashland, but I gotta tell you, I really, really want to play this list. So wherever really possible, I want to be playing it, and really my goal for the tournament is to win 1 game with this list. If I can do that, I'll be super happy. Alright, so in the first game here, I'm going to be up against buddy Jacob, and he's going to be running his circle, and looking at it, I figured I could actually drop this list, so here it is. So he's going to be running Kruger 2, but a big reason why I thought that I could actually run my list against it is that he had no stones. In either of his lists, he didn't have any stones in there. So when I jam him with all my Buccaneers, he will have a hard time getting past it. Now, he does have these Reach Beasts. His stuff is magnetized, so some of the arms are off right now in the head. But that's Getrix on the left and the Stalker on the right. He also had that Dahlia and Scareth. So Reach Beasts can do a lot for destroying those Jacks, the Buccaneers, as I jam them with it. But I still feel it should be okay if I do okay placement. Alright, so you already know my list. Looking over there, I already said the beasts, other than you didn't really know the Gorax, which you probably saw anyway. But there's also 2 Gallows Grows, there's also the Druids, there's also Blackclad there, the Wilder, the chicks there on the right. And really, a big part of Mayday is that the organizer says that when you go to this, expect lots of terrain. And actually, I gotta say, compared to lots of the other tables, this one was pretty mild. I'm guessing normally these hills are actually used as impassable, or obstructions rather, but with flags being on them, they have to be hills. All the other little rocks here will be the obstructions. You can see at this point here, my Halberdiers have already advanced, moved up. I have Iron Aggression up onto my Galleon, Blur up onto Magnus, Snipe onto one of the Renegades, and then Tempered Metal on the other Renegade, because why not? Basically, my plan here is I won initiative, and he won initiative, and he wanted to go first, which I thought was fantastic, and I'm planning just for him to go up. I'm going to jam him first turn, and then after he destroys my stuff, score 3 points, and then whatever flags he makes easier, I'll be going after that. So he gets first turn, he has probably Stormwall up, because why not? But otherwise, he gets pretty far up there, and it's like, wow, when you see this, and you're up against Kruger 2, it is kind of tough to say, like, I'm going for a scenario. But you got to remember that I am going to be in his face right now. So that's what I do. This is going to be my feat turn. I put 1 focus on each of the Buccaneers. They all run up while the Renegades walk up, and the Galleon runs up 2 for free. Basically, Magnus then gets to go up, and he pops his feet, and at the end of all of this, I think he charges forward and then pops his feet to get the distance. But either way, that allows all the Buccaneers to run again, and they get up there to really jam. Meanwhile, the little Renegades also get to run up to be in position. I want them each to be close enough to a flag that if they need to, they can go over to score. Otherwise, I'm a little bit careful with the Halberdiers on the left. I know there's no need to really jam over there because he can just Zephyr backwards, and that's actually perfect because he's then unjamming himself and getting further away from the flag. On the right side, I do run up and try to engage a little bit more with the Halberdiers, but I feel like this is one that I'm going to need a little bit more of counterattacking on, so they're a little bit farther back. In fact, I do see the right flag is the real problem, but what I plan to do, hopefully, is use the Galleon to kill the Stalker next turn, but we'll have to see what he does. So on his turn, he is able to kill off 3 of my Buccaneers, I believe. Again, when I came this day, I was like, wow, I actually need a lot of wreck markers. So I was going to grab some of my flags. So I have these little crystals, and you can see whenever my Buccaneers die. But, you know, they have a good number of boxes. I think it's 28 boxes, so these heavies can't destroy them like nothing. Getorix, who was primaled and warping for strength, yeah, he killed 2, but otherwise, like the Stalker and the Snake, you know, they're needing 7s to hit, and so with some misses, they together just kill 1 and damage the one on the right a little bit. So, yeah, I get off pretty easy. After that's all done, of course, he shoots with his little guys there on the left, his shrimp. They do a little bit of damage, but nothing too serious. 4 guys dead. Otherwise, on the right, kills a couple of guys, nothing very much here. But really, when we're looking at this, he pops feet, pushes me back. He does not catch the halberdiers on the right, so they'll be able to charge new fun stuff. But really, their left flag is not contested at all, because like I thought, the shrimp run away. In the middle one is just that one closest druid that I need to kill. And for the right flag, there is the Gallows Grove, and there's one of those chicks there just on the other side of the hill that's also contesting. So my plan here, because the Stalker warp for strength, not Prowl, is to swap over Snipe onto the Galleon, kill the Stalker. I don't really need the Stalker dead to get 3 points, but I just really want it dead so I can get 2 more points next turn. Otherwise, I'm already going at the middle flag, so that'll be easier to go. I just need to somehow kill that druid. I'll be using my rockets this turn on both the renegades to try and help out, and then I'm pretty sure that the halberdiers on the right can kill a tree and the one chick. Between getting +2 to hit and combined melee, I should be able to do it. So overall, things work fairly well. On the left, my halberdiers actually kind of pull back to be controlling that flag themselves. The renegade tries to go for a shot onto the druids and does not work. In fact, it scatters and knocks down my own buccaneer there. Otherwise, I then go up with the galleon. He is trying to shoot his little rockets at the druid there, and luckily one scatters just far enough, 1 or the 2 inches, so I can kill it. So that's hurrah. Otherwise, I have a renegade knock down the Stalker, so that once I put over a snipe on the galleon, not only did it kill that druid, but also pulled in the Stalker and killed the Stalker, so that's fantastic. And then on the right, I'm able to kill off the chick in the tree, and I'm able to score 3 points. So in this scenario, it is 3 points to 0. He will not have a Getorix next turn, so he's in a little bit of trouble. On his turn, I kind of thought that his Scarith might actually come after the galleon, but it decides to go for a spray onto Magnus. So it actually hits me, does a little bit of damage, puts corrosion on me, so that's pretty good. Well, for him. On the right, his chicks come after me, and I actually fail my command test. So that kind of really sucks. That's going to make that a lot harder on that flag. Otherwise, yeah, not really too much else happens. He kind of hits my remaining Buccaneers a little bit. Nothing really as far as damage goes. He gets really bad dice on the left. He's really trying to shoot me up there, and he only kills 1 between all the shooting and spells he's trying to do there. So that was really poor dice for him. But otherwise, the Wilder runs in there to contest. So really, now at this point, I'm at 3 points to nothing. I need to get 2 more. On the left flag, that looks super easy. I can kill the Wilder, get that flag, no problem. I have to then get one of the other 2. On the center one, I have to kill a snake and 2 druids. The Gorax is just out of range. On the right, I have to kill, I believe it's 2 of those chicks. I think there's 3. There's another one on the other side too. So here are my possible plans. 1, on the center, I can allocate 2 to that Buccaneer, and he can, 3. He can boost to hit 1, and then buy and boost to kill the other. Other 3 focus, or 2 focus, has to go into the galleon, which needs to go over and kill Scarith, or actually throw her away, or probably that's going to be easier, just like a power attack, knock it away. Then on the right side, I'd be able to allocate to my Renegade, and man, so that's going to be that flag. If I'm going for the right flag, I need to allocate to my Renegade so it can slam one of those chicks into the other, and then shoot down the one on the other side with the galleon. I don't know, but when I really looked at the math, I thought I'm going to go for the right flag. So that's what I do. I go and allocate one focus to the left renegade just in case I can't get close enough. It runs the flag while the halberdiers just kill the wilder, so that's good to go. Otherwise, I allocate 2 to the renegade on the right. It does a slam to that chick, which is, just perfect to put me on the flag and me hitting her. So I slam her into the other one. In crazy, crazy bad dice, she doesn't die. So the galleon that now has 3 focus on it is able to go up, start shooting its guns, and to hit the chick that's over there by the Buccaneer, I actually just shoot the Buccaneer to kill her with blast damage, and then of course the other one's knocked down, so I shoot, kill her, score, and that's the win. So overall, this is awesome. I want to win 1 game with this list, and it's already done. Love the fact that this can jam so hard, and yeah, it's just a fun, different list that nobody ever really uses or sees. So there's 1 down. Now, game 2, this will be trouble. I'm up against Frazier, which we haven't really seen on the channel here before, but he's a really good player. In the last lots of events, he's been in the very upper crust of the people like in the top 4 and stuff like that, or winning the event. So, Frazier, very, very strong player. He is here running his Scar. Now, one of the funny things that they do is that for the top tables, whoever of the 2 is ranked currently higher gets to pick whatever table they want. And if you notice that we're on a little thing of blue, that's because this is the water table. So that's right, almost this entire table will be shallow water. And yeah, this is just going to be fun now. So overall, I take the same list because between having a bunch of infantry walking half speed, or at least having a galleon that can move up like normal, this is my best shot. For him, Scar is going to be running just the Kraken. He is going to be running the Raiders at the front, and they have the UA and Solo and all that cool stuff. He has the Stitch Thralls. He also has the other witches there in the back, and they have the Hag. He also has those Soul Hunters or whatever on the right, and Derek Wraith, and I believe that's everything. So really, for the most part here, what my plan is going to be is to kill Scar. All my other stuff is going to be super slow. I have my upkeeps out the same way I did before. I'm going to have to pop feet first turn just to be in a normal location. But yeah, my plan is going to be to somehow kill Scar. Now that's going to be hard because of course Scar just kills those little Stitch guys and then gets free focus and is going to be camping lots, and during the feat she'll have even higher armor. So I'm going to have to try and play this very carefully, but for the most part this will be just me having fun splashing in the water, and then at some point maybe if I have a way to kill Scar I'll go for it, but yeah, the odds are not good. Alright, and by the way, if you're wondering, I didn't really explain that, I don't think, why I picked this table. I picked this table because first I was like, well, okay, let's find the table that really has the least amount of terrain on it. But I was like, you know what? If I'm going to lose, let's lose and do something fun and show you guys what a water table's like. So hopefully you guys will appreciate this. Another funny thing is, I was like, well, you got it pretty good because all your Buccaneers have, aquatic or whatever. Nope. The other pirate ones do, but not the Buccaneers. So either way, I had the first turn here. I won initiative, and I definitely wanted it. And yeah, like I said, this will be my feat turn. So my advanced move on the halberdiers take me up 3 inches. Otherwise, 1 to each of the Buccaneers. They run, I charge, feat, and everything gets to run again. And I'm at this location. Way different than what it normally would be, where I'd be like jamming him already. But I also want to stay farther back. I don't want those raiders to charge me because they have feedback, and that's bad. So if I can somehow avoid that and then maybe kill some of them, that'd be nice. But yeah, this is the best I can do. So otherwise, on his turn, he has Incorporal on his Soul Hunters or whatever. They really rush up the right, and they're just in position to destroy my halberdiers. Otherwise, he gets Desperate Pace from the Solo. The Solo, I love this positioning, is over on the right and away from Scar. So normally, if she's near Scar, they can't be knocked down. Yes, so with her being over there, that's awesome. Otherwise, he tries 1 charge. He's short, so otherwise it is run up to engage. Kraken's up there looking mean. Scar is getting herself on the hill. This one is kill box, so you have to go a little bit far forward. But she kills somebody. She'll be getting 4 more focus next turn. And yeah, looking at the distances, I can't get to Scar this turn. So my plan is to keep the galleon safe, shift it over to the left, go up with the little Buccaneers, put one focus on each of them just so they can boost to hit these little raiders. Hopefully kill 6 of them to reduce the number of attacks. They'll also act as a buffer for the galleon. And again, I'm really just stalling for time as we splash around in the water. So that's what I do. I kill some of the witches. We had a really funny thing here where I hit one of the witches and he's like, okay, it's dead. Nope. Buccaneers are POW 10. And I rolled double ones and didn't manage to kill one of these witches with a hit from a Buccaneer. So that just kind of shows the level these guys are at. But otherwise, I kill a fair number. The galleon comes over here on the left. I really should have had it a little bit more forward, but I was a little bit scared of the Kraken. I know I'd be safer another 2 inches up, but whatever, that's what I did. Otherwise, to try and get away from the Soul Hunters, whatever they're called, Magnus is kind of running just to the left to try and get away from them. And otherwise, yeah, Halberdiers trying to move up and jamming on the right. Jamming is a huge lie because I know he's just going to run through my lines and kill me. But again, I would rather he stays over here and slaughters my Halberdiers as opposed to rushing to the left and blocking my only possible chance. So on his turn, here's the second crazy thing that happens, is that he puts 3 on the Kraken, and the Kraken charges in. And his goal here is just to destroy Buccaneers. He wants to destroy like 2 to 3 Buccaneers. It's go time. Well, again, defense 13 is reasonable. He needs 7s to hit, and so he uses 1 focus to charge. He misses his initial, misses his second attack, misses his first bot, and only hits on his second and last attack, and then does some damage, but not enough to kill a Buccaneer. So a charging Kraken does not even kill 1 Buccaneer. It was hilarious. And no, if you're wondering, I don't even have set defense. Otherwise, as expected, I get slaughtered on the right. The witches charge in with their little mini feet, and they do some feedback damage to Magnus. So I got like 4 damage on me or something like right now. Otherwise, the witches on the left and the back there, they pop their mini feet, so they're incorporeal. They run up. One of them is actually a little bit out of command, so that's the sad face you see there at the edge of the hill. But otherwise, Scar also walks a tiny bit forward. And I think if I'm going to win, it has to be right now. She is camping, I believe, 7 focus right now, which is not good, but this is probably going to be my best shot. I mean, here's my 2 choices. One, I use my, what do you call them, Buccaneers to really just jam up the Kraken to make it so I don't need to worry about it. But if I do that, the Soul Hunters will really be on Magnus. He can only run, 5 inches to the left, so he can't really get away. And meanwhile, Scar might do the same thing and run away too. So this is my only chance. Now, looking at my Renegade with Snipe, I can shoot up there and get to her on the hill, but I'm not sure if that's 18 inches. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to shoot that little raider that's right in front of her. Then otherwise, my stuff has to get out of the way of Galleon. Galleon needs to move up, shoot and kill that 1 Stitch leader that's in the way, then shoot Scar. We'll have to use Magnus, switch over Snipe to the Galleon, then hit her, drag her in, and hopefully kill her. And if that doesn't work, I got nothing. So that's what I do. It was good that I shot that little witch and not her, because I was out of range of Scar. So I do hit, I do knock down, I swap over Snipe. Then when we measure this distance, after I move guys out of the way, I was just barely in by like half a centimeter or something. I am able to shoot down that 1 Stitch roll that's in the way, boost to hit her. No, she's knocked down, so I don't need to boost to hit, but I have to boost damage to make sure I actually hurt her, drag her in, hit by hit by hit, and Scar goes down. And I was on top of the world at this point. I was hoping to win 1 game with these guys somewhere during the tournament, and not only did I win with my jamming way in the first game, but I won this game with my range way, which is like the second trick to this list, against Frazier, a really good player on the water table. So I am just super happy and can't wait, because no matter what happens in game 3, I'm still super happy. Unfortunately, you know how sometimes when you beat a game and you beat that final boss, you're like, whew, we did it, we won the game, and then there's like a secret final boss that's like on impossible mode? Yeah, that's going to be this game here. So I'm going to be up against Josh Richter. You've seen him on the channel before. He's been doing Signar for a while now, but he's come back to his circle, and he's up against me with Bradigus. And here's the biggest thing, guys. You see that blue? Well, this time he got to pick the board, and he picked the water table again. So I knew between his Bradigus and his Kruger 2, he was going to take Bradigus, because Bradigus is always a good drop anyway, and then he is not affected by this water at all. Everything is Pathfinder, and it's just going to go stomping through and teleporting with stones, no problem. Meanwhile, I'm stuck again saying, well, I could go Ashlyn, but Ashlyn is, again, going to be super slow, won't be able to do anything. And then maybe the Galleon, but if he does his clouds right, yeah, this is going to be, like, super insane hard. So otherwise, I decided to switch up my upkeeps a little bit, because Tempered Metal, the +2 armor upkeep on the Renegade, really isn't needed. I should be putting that on a Buccaneer, so when you see the fully painted Buccaneer, that is going to be the one with Tempered Metal. Meanwhile, for him, he is running the usual tier 4. So I guess this is tier 4 versus tier 4. But he is having 2 Guardians. He has 3 sets of the Shifting Stones, 2 sets of the Sentry Stones, and then 6 of those Watchers. And again, guys, like, I'm looking at this going like, there is no way. There is nothing I can do, because he is going to be running at full speed. I'm going to be at half speed. And then I can't even shoot him because of how he has all the clouds going up. There'll be flesh to clay. There'll be transfers. I can't even really... Let's assume he does give me a way to drag. Bradigus's big base is going to clip something, and I won't be able to bring it to me. So, really, whereas my game plan in the last one was to hope that I can just, like, splash around and then eventually just go and try and find a way to drag in Scar, I'm kind of hoping that Josh Richter has like a seizure and does something super, super stupid, because otherwise it's not going to happen. And the thing is, that's just not Josh Richter's style. He is very consistent, very safe, and so, yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, so luckily, at least, I get first turn, so that's great, and I do my first thing where I feat first turn just so I'm somewhere. And what I'm going to try and do in this one is try and spread his forces. I'm going to try and have some Buccaneers going more so to the right, Halberdier going more so to the left, and try and open up his lines. Otherwise, he does his usual thing. Everything's going up. Animus, Stone Form, 5 guys turn to clouds, and there you go. So, really, looking at this here, I still need time to try and get my Halberdiers into position. The one Watcher on the left, I could shoot at him, so that's going to be really my main thing. But otherwise, yeah, I just want to be standing around. And one of the things, I've already started taking some damage because he's starting to shoot at me. That's why I have my Buccaneers on the hill on the right, so at least they're defense 15. But I'm starting to take a few planks from him shooting at me. So on my turn, I allocate 3 and camp the rest. The Galleon comes over, does some damage to these guys, the Watchers. I mean, they're armor 21, so I'm dice -8. So even when I boost, I'm not doing very much. So I do like 3 points to that one, and then the other one beside it, shield guards, and yeah, I do very little damage. So otherwise, I'm still trying to wait out the clouds. Things are mainly staying back, except for the Halberdiers going there. And that's really it right now. So on his turn, he goes up there, makes 5 more clouds, is also able to shoot down the Halberdier, making a forest. That's the one that's closer to me. And he just really starts shooting me. So he doesn't really need to do anything. Whereas hoping to open him up, he just aims now and destroys 2 of my Buccaneers. So this is where I realize he is not going to open his lines. Where I was hoping to spread him out, he can just stay where he is and shoot me. Worse yet, he is now in a spot where he can get me with his Guardian. The Guardian can be teleported up. It's like practically 10 inches or whatever it works out to when you do inside to outside base teleportation. He can feat, he can beat back, and if my Galleon goes down, I have nothing. So luckily, next turn, he won't really have the clouds, so I just need to play it safe and then wait till next turn. So that's what I do. The galleon goes way back just because I can't lose that piece. I decide to go and net his watcher on the right just to try and get some more, fury out there or whatever as he wants to stand back up. And then I remember, or he tells me, that the Animus says you can't be knocked down. So clearly what I do is shoot him with a Buccaneer in another net, just because screw you and your rules. I will cover you with my crappy nets all I wish. Otherwise, I'm really just trying to contest the right flag. This whole game won't work if he just starts winning by scenario. And yeah, again, same thing, trying to spread out. Halberdiers trying to draw things to the left side. But yeah, we'll just see if he does something for me. So on his turn, this is now the end of Cloud City. He can only make one. He is able to come over to the right with teleports and stuff. Kill 2 of my Buccaneers. Of course, Synergy's been up this whole time. I assume you guys, would figure Synergy's been up since turn 1. But he's able to kill those 2 Buccaneers, and also the Halberdiers are contesting. So Bradigus gets over to that flag, and he's now at 1 control point. He doesn't waste any time on the guys on the left. He's just shifting to the right now, planning just to camp around that flag. And really looking at this, he's camping, I believe, 2, and I figure this is my best chance. I really wish the galleon was closer, but he's not. Looking at it, there's no way I can really drag him to me. Maybe I can get an angle where I can drag him and then the Halberdiers can charge. All my shooting shots will be at -1 dice because he has flushed the clay. So really, the assassination is like almost 0% chance, but this is still my best chance of winning the game. So that's what I do. I go up to try and do it, and by the way, it fails because it turns out you can shield guard a trident, and once that happened, I knew it was over. I didn't even take a picture of it because then it's just super easy for him. There's no way Magnus could get away at this point, so Bradigus just comes over after he builds some synergy, and Magnus is just curse smashed. So there you go. I lose this game, but I mean, come on. The odds of me winning this game are really low, but yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. But either way, overall for the day, I was very happy. I got 2 wins with this list. I'm very happy with this list. It was a great tournament. I don't know if I really like this water table. It was fun the first time when it hurt us both, but when it only hurt me, this table was brutal. But otherwise, yeah, hopefully you guys like watching it, and we'll catch you later. Bye.